What is happening, guys? It's your boy TC back with another video. So we're talking team news and club news really overall in today's video. And the news we'll be discussing in today's video will be in regards to Hector Bellerin. So of course we do know Hector Bellerin is one of those players that you either hate or you do love. And a lot of people certainly tend to throw their abuse towards Hector Bellerin. And he conducted an interview during this international break with the Times in the UK. And he's certainly been talking about the abuse that he does receive on and off the pitch, and this obviously revolves around his basic life choices in regards to how he wants to dress, how he wants to look, etc. So within this video we'll be certainly taking a look at some of the comments that he did make during this interview, and I do believe some of the comments that he has made are certainly valid. He did get a lot of stick, in particular last season. So let's take a look at some of the comments that he has certainly made during this particular interview. One of the first comments that comes out of this particular interview states, some of it can get very abusive. Most of the abuse is online, but you can hear it in the stadium too. So I can imagine during games he's getting a lot of abuse hurled at him. But so far this season he has sort of performed all right. Came up with 2 assists already, 2 brilliant crosses, and one of the goals was for Natural Monreal, and the other one was for the goal that Danny Welbeck ended up scoring. So he has performed so far so good this season. And one of the other comments as well, moving on with the comments that he did make, people have called me a lesbian for growing my hair. There are other kinds of homophobic insults. I've learnt to grow a thick skin, but it can affect you. Every now and again you get a little bit of self-doubt. So he's basically admitting that the comments that he does see online, it definitely does affect him on the pitch. We can certainly see that last season as well, his performances went up to par. They certainly went up to scratch, and this was at the peak of the abuse, I do believe. He got a lot of stick last season. Of course, with me personally, I will certainly scrutinise his performances, but I see no need of actually abusing an individual for their certain life choices. If he wants to grow his hair long, if he wants to dress in a certain way, that's him as an individual. There's no need to go that far. Of course, if you're going to be scrutinising his performances on the pitch, yes, we can all do that, but it doesn't need to get down to a personal level, which a lot of people that I do see on social media tend to actually go ahead and do. It's basically uncalled for in my opinion. But let's move on in terms of the comments that it did make. The problem is that people do have an idea of what a footballer should be or should look like, how they should behave, and what they should talk about. You act a little different and you become a target. There's pressure to obviously conform to society. This is very dangerous in life. You should be allowed to express yourself. People are happier like this. When I first came into the ranks at Arsenal, the expectations were very, very low. So people were often impressed when I played well. But then, when I played badly, the stick got crazy. The worst was a year and a half ago. A lot of people say nice things, but it's natural to focus on the bad. For a while, I deleted the social media apps on my phone. I decided to go back on Twitter. Twitter is a great source of information, as we all know. Every day, I'm learning to deal with the abuse in a better way. So, of course, he's a public figure. Of course, you expect abuse to be thrown and hurled at him. But again, as I said, there's no need to go down to a personal level. I certainly agree with the comments that he has made. Of course, you have to grow a thick skin if you are within the public eye, as he is. Of course, hopefully his performances will certainly improve this season under the new boss. So far, so good in my opinion. Maybe 1 or 2 things we can certainly talk about in regards to his performances so far this season. But overall, I do believe he's performed absolutely well. Obviously, it's only been 4 games into the season, so the season is certainly still long. However, he does need to pick up his performances on the pitch. And that's all we'll talk about on this particular channel. We will only talk about his performances on the pitch and how he does on the pitch. What he gets up to off the pitch, we won't certainly be discussing, maybe apart from when he spoke about when he actually attended the Oxford Union and he was talking to things in relation to what takes place again online as well. So we may touch on subjects like that, but in terms of his personal life, we won't certainly be going there. But as usual, guys, please do let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do make sure that you do hit that subscribe button. So once again, guys, it's your boy TC from I'm Gonna Talk TV, and I'm out.